What is going on, everyone? My name is Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action. Spawning in the right side of the map in the blue color with a 100% win rate on Loki on competitive Mega Random. His name is Matreiuss. His opponent today in the red color playing as Poseidon. Currently yet to find a win on his last life of the first ever for Civilization battle. His name is Joe. He's playing as Poseidon. We've seen reverse sweeps in this tournament, on this map, I should say, before. We saw plenty of reverse sweeps in the round of 16, some in the round of 8 as well. And I think we also saw one in the semi-finals, I believe, if you recall, Ulysses versus Momo. We saw a reverse sweep there as well. So it's always going to be possible. Thanks for the 100 bits, Ricky G. Hope everyone's having a fantastic time here with this tournament. If you have any suggestions for the format or for ways in which you'd like to see this different, feel free to drop comments in the comments section below, or leave a comment in the Discord, and I will read that and consider what you all got to say. But I'm excited to see if Matreiuss can take this one yet again. So let's talk a little bit about Loki versus Poseidon, considering that's what we're going to be watching here. So this matchup here is incredibly difficult for both players. It's super, super difficult just on the fact that Hippocon and Hersa kind of trade equally in a big way. But there are a lot of ways in which Loki can lose and a lot of ways in which Poseidon can lose. Now, one good thing that Poseidon has over, say, Hades in this matchup is that Poseidon has got access to Ceasefire. So casting flaming weapons isn't going to be that helpful here unless you combine it with Fimbulwinter, or if you're using it to just cast Ceasefire yourself. So we've already got Matreiuss up here on these Gazelle over here doing his darnest. We see the Ulfsark dropping in and out, going to be dropping a temple fairly soon. Ready to start making those Hersa. As the Chaos boss is going to be scouting around looking for something to do. Now, this map here, seemingly spawning, decent amount of hunt. Not a lot of hunt, a decent amount. So we had the Auroch, we have a handful of hunt over here, and a handful of hunt over here. So too will Joe and Matreiuss have the same thing. So Matreiuss finds his Gazelle first, his Giraffe all the way over on the other side of the map. Finding the Ship of Fingernails is a very important relic here for the Loki player to help him get just a little bit more food to afford those Hersa and those villages when he needs to. So we'll see how it's all going to go. Matreiuss has been playing super solid in this game. The raids have been on point. The defense has been on point. I think he's been on the defensive at least. I think every single game here has been relatively on the defensive. So the Gaia versus Loki game, he lost the water on the defensive there. The Loki versus Loki game, we got Heimdall rushed on the defensive there. And then finally, the Loki versus Isis game, he was kind of on the defensive for just a little bit, but turned it around with a beautiful flaming weapons defense. So we see John Foxhall wandering forward, ready to grab this relic with the Theseus coming in here for Joe, saying, oh no, not today, but Matreiuss too fast for him. Wanting to get a couple of whacks in, but not quite able to get in here. Going to be going after the Ox cart just a little bit. Getting a couple of free whacks off first. The villager getting pulled off of the food here. Nice micro from Joe. Not taking too much damage here as Matreiuss has to hang on to this position just a little bit longer as Joe's going to be retreating back. Hermes is just about to pop. And I would be surprised to see anything other than Stables getting dropped here. We've only got 2 villagers on gold. So Stables makes a lot of sense. As one stable getting dropped over here, and I'm sure a second one will go down. I don't see any point in anything else. Maybe going for Toxotes here wouldn't be god awful, but a little bit slow. Maybe not the way to go. So we do see a second stable getting thrown down with Hippolyta to boot. Now, if you advance this late with with Poseidon, this initial pressure you can put on doesn't really work. If you advance at 4 minutes, you can get the Theseus Hippolyta in and get some good damage done. Otherwise, you kind of just need to defend, as these units are going to be meeting each other in the middle of the map, as the Herso do take a lot of damage here. Nice micro there from Joe, immediately pulling back. Not going to take any damage thus far. We do see over here the Katoskopos scouting this one out, as the Troll also spotting this, and we'll see Joe probably putting pressure onto this location fairly soon here, as Matreiuss definitely wants to eat this food. Meanwhile, Joe's happily eating his gazelle over here. He's got berries in his base. There's some berries forward over here. Plenty of herdables remaining. He's also got himself a giraffe over here, as the Hippocon are going to slowly start getting produced. Now, you basically need, I would say, roughly 3.5 villages per stable. So if you've got 2 stables, 7 or 8 villages on gold to produce Hippocon from 2 stables fairly efficiently here. But Joe does have this problem of having 400 food in the back without really much to do with it. So we'll see where he's going to go. And this is something Matreiuss has been doing beautifully, and maybe something that Norse players should start thinking about doing themselves, is that if you are desperately in need of this food and you want to just make sure you're not going to get it taken from you or get pushed off nice and early, a couple of walls, and you're going to buy yourself enough time to eat the majority of this hunt. Not only that, the Troll can help out as well to defend here, as we see the Centaur going to attempt to come through. Not going to be able to make their way in just yet, as Joe is on the outside of where he would rather be. And Matreiuss is going to be happy about this one. Plenty of Herso to defend. He's got himself Hall of Thanes now. 59 population to 56 population, so very, very similar where that is concerned. And the wall's going to get broken down. The villagers finishing up this giraffe over here. 2 more giraffes remaining as well, as the Hippocon going to turn around and start getting that damage done here. Nice micro from Matreiuss. He is so good at this game. My God, he keeps that Herso alive. The rest very, very much so alive as well, as Matreiuss is going to attempt to chase this one in, as the Centaur very much out in the middle of nowhere, going to start getting a lot of damage taken by said Herso over here, as the fight here kind of going in the favor of Matreiuss, as he's going to take down a Centaur, a Hippocon or 2. But we might see this Herso getting taken down. Does manage to pick that one off as well, which is huge. This one over here getting very, very low as well. And every Herso that Matreiuss manages to save is a potential full HP Herso in the near future, as he's going to retreat back to his healing spring and get that HP back. Meanwhile, the villagers over here just have that final giraffe to go through. Going to be eating these pigs a little bit later here, as we see the gate going to get torn down, as Joe is continuing to try and apply pressure to Matreiuss here, as he's going to be pushing out of his base now, looking to get some of these this raids going on. But one good thing for Joe here, he doesn't have to worry. He's got plenty of pigs in his base. It's not outside of his base anymore. He's got himself husbandry. He's throwing down an armory. Semi-fast heroic makes a lot of sense for Joe, going into Hypaspis as soon as he possibly can to counter off those Herso is a really, really good way to play it. So throwing this armory down makes a lot of sense. As the Herso make their way forward, the Katoskopos will be spotting this, as the Hippocon's still looking for something to attack, but Matreiuss's base is really well defended, so raids aren't going to do all too much. Joe's base, on the other hand, this wood line here, not the best, definitely raidable, so we'll see if Matreiuss is going to find that or not. Meanwhile, a stray house in the middle of the nowhere is going to get targeted down, as we do see a Valkyrie spawn here. Going to be a big help for Matreiuss's raids, as some stray houses are going to get taken down on this position. Definitely every little bit helps here. Yes, it's only 40 wood, but it will prevent myth unit spawns in the near future here, as the militia attempted to retreat back, and he will be able to mostly save these, as he's trying to take out that Valkyrie as best as he can. We see the Hippolyta getting surrounded just a little bit, but Joe too smart, going to be retreating back, no problems here. As the military academy going to be getting thrown down, and Aphrodite, they got a choice. It's actually a really interesting one. Normally, I would actually choose Dionysus here, but I think the idea here is that if he goes to Hypaspis, he has to he basically forces Loki to make some human units instead of just the heroes. But Matreiuss at this point is going, I'm getting a second town center. This guy's wild. Second town center going down, farms going down, 100 population here, just about to be able to click up to the next age, still producing Herso from one longhouse. As the Hippocon come back onto this position here, Joe's got plenty of resources in the bank, but he definitely wants to spend the majority of those onto her pacifist here. But he's going to have to spam out those buildings. One way forward for Joe right now would be actually to stop production and go Mythic Age. If he goes Mythic Age, cast Earthquake here, he's going to be in a decent position, I would say. But we'll see how that's going to go as the Hippocon here are getting chased down nicely. Attempting to get a surround is normally not going to work too well. As those Hippocon are fast enough to kind of escape there. As Aphrodite comes in, and those Hippocon are going to be searching for someone to take out now. These villages over here on this gold, very, very exposed. We'll see if Joe's going to be able to get onto those or not. He has to take down a wall or something to get through there. But at this point, Matreiuss just wants to get next stage here. He's going up through Bragi. He goes through Bragi. He gets access to effectively heavy Hersa because you get that bonus of advancing. Those Hersa go up an extra 15% HP or something and 10% damage. As Joe's trying to push through, he's up at 104 of 115 population. Still no second town center. We see the military academies are out. No more production for Joe, and Joe does have his market down, so he is going for that Mythic Age. So we'll see if Earthquake is going to do him any justice here, as the Hippocon coming onto this position, going to be looking to take the town center down, as the Hersa kind of getting out of position here, but the Hippocon are also out of position as the Hersa come back in. We see a Einhjar spawn here as well, as Joe's going to take a little bit of a fight as he has managed to click up through Artemis. Taking a couple of losses here, but then going to be able to start making, he's making hoplites. Making Hypaspis makes the most sense. As the villagers over on this gold mine, I would love to see a wall here. One wall would go a very, very long way. If Matreiuss spots this, it's going to be very tough for Joe to hold, as we've also got the Bragi through for Matreiuss here, as he is playing this game incredibly well. As the Hersa do have their eyes set on these villagers over here, I think, or maybe looking for the town center, just making sure that's not going up, trying to see what's happening here. And they will be moving into Joe's base, and they will spot these villagers on this location. House is going to be going down. The villagers will be retreating. Making some Hypaspis to defend here would go a very, very long way. But right now, Joe does not have the food income just yet to produce them. He might want to buy some food, actually, just to get that out, because he's having to build farms here. So jumping everything onto gold here and going for a little bit more of a all-in, as it were, wouldn't be a bad idea. But 85% of the way through, the units are still trying to push in onto this position here. Matreiuss has got himself masons, so that's going to be a nice way to defend here. The villagers do retreat through this wall. Joe loves this defensive wall to make a retreat path here, but for some reason we've got 6 villagers on the favor, as the Chimera is going to be coming in. Potentially Joe wants to get, I don't know what he wants to get. We see the Earthquake coming in onto the main base, as the town center manages to stay alive as Flaming Weapons gets cast. That's so clutch from Matreiuss. He gets masons. The houses all go down. Literally every house goes down. He casts Flaming Weapons to counter the Earthquake, and then those houses will be back up by the time this ceasefire is over, one would assume. And now Joe has to get back and defend. He has to send something back and defend. You got to send something back here. Some Hypaspis, something to defend this. Because otherwise, you're just going to be losing all that gold, and life's going to be tough. We see some walls coming up over here by Matreiuss as well. Very, very cheeky. And Joe, where to next is the big question. We see the Hersa over here on this wood line, the Hersa over here on this gold line. And Joe hasn't reacted to this at all just yet. He's got nothing over here. Full population, full send. Town center getting repaired. Fortified town centers in. Villagers under attack immediately here. As what is Joe doing? He is resigned himself to losing these villagers as he retreats them back just a little bit right now. He's looking to come into the main base and take this town center down, I guess. Where's the Chimera out? The Chimera hanging over here might be able to take down this wall, go after the dwarves or something like that, as the houses are getting taken down. We do see Hell on the way. Nice job by Matreiuss to pick this town center instead of this one, as the house is getting taken down yet again. But Now we've finally got some defenses over here to take out these Hersa. Handful of Haspist, more than enough. This wall over here getting picked off. Joe needs to come over here and defend this one as he's currently stuck, focused on taking these houses down. We are seeing the troll getting taken out by the Hippolyta with 16 HP remaining. Will get taken out with a couple of shots. Doesn't manage to finish off the troll. Meanwhile, these villagers trying to shank back against those Hersa as Matreiuss is holding nicely. And the problem for Matreiuss, well, there is no problem. The problem for Joe is that Nidhogg is going to be coming. He doesn't have a town center. He's got no way to defend this gold mine. One lone Nidhogg over here is going to prevent the entirety of Joe's gold income. And Joe needs a fortress on this. Basically, he needs a fortress on this now, or life is going to be tough for him. As Joe's still trying to push in here and take down this troll, the Hersa come back, trying to take down these units as best as they can. We do see a Valkyrie coming through here as the house is going to get taken down. And the Hersa getting taken out as well here as the Hippocon swinging in to get this damage done. But Matreiuss is just so far in front, and he knows exactly what to do. Nidhogg on the gold mine. What can you do? You need Hippolyta out. Hippolyta is getting trained, but Hippolyta takes a long time to deal with this Nidhogg. We are going to be seeing the villagers moving over onto this gold mine most likely here. But Joe's got a mountain to climb, and that fire giant just did so much damage to this army. Not only that, these are Mythic Age Hersa to boot, so you basically need champion upgrades to deal with them here. And this fire giant is just going to take down units so quickly, so easily. We see a third town center now coming down for Matreiuss as Joe retreats back. The militia hanging out on this gold mine, and let's just be real. Matreiuss knows where to send this Nidhogg. He knows that this is where the villagers are. Potentially could send these villagers down over here. Joe's still forgetting about his Chimera. Definitely could have been using that one in this game, but not using it just yet. We see a Frost Giant spawn here as the Theseus trying to take down this Fire Giant, but too little too late. The Fire Giant's just too big here. Now the Nidhogg comes over onto this gold mine. Two villagers immediately falling as the Nidhogg is now getting targeted down. We'll see the villagers splitting up just a little bit. This Nidhogg takes about 50 damage per shot here, and in that moment, Joe taps out, unable to take out the Loki of Matreiuss in this first ever Civilization battle. For Civilization battle, an absolutely insane showing from Matreiuss. This is not what you're used to seeing from Loki players. If you recall a certain competitive mega random map tournament, you remember that maybe people said that Loki was the worst god. And in fact, I said that Loki was the worst god, but Matreiuss out here making Loki seem undefeatable as Joe is just not able to break through Matreiuss' Loki in this series. He almost got it with his Loki. He almost got it with his Gaia. He even almost got it with his Isis. But Matreiuss, too strong in this series. Takes it 4-0. Wins in a very commanding fashion. If you guys enjoyed this series and you want to see more of specifically this series, please let me know in the comment section below, in the Twitch chat, on Discord, all the good places, and leave a like, subscribe, follow, all the good things, and I'll see you guys in the next game.